The Relay for Life is only a few short weeks away here in Lloydminster, so we have a few of the organizers in to talk about what is planned.
Joining me here in studio from the Canadian Cancer Society is Donna and Brad, and they're here to talk about this year's Relay for Life. Let's go back to it. How long has Relay for Life been going here in Lloydminster?
Well, Donna, you might as well start with that one since you were in the inception.
Yes, we've been going for 9 years, so this is our 10th year, our 10th anniversary, so we're very excited about that.
How has it grown over the last 10 years?
It seems like one of those things where once it catches on, me, myself, we were part of the Agland team. We were part of one of the first teams to get involved. First year, you know, it was pretty tough sell to convince people to put in a team for this newfound Relay for Life. You know, it is for cancer, and you know, back then, 9 years ago, there were people that obviously were affected, and it's a well-known disease. But it was one of those things where, okay, we'll put a team in and raise some money. And I think the first year we raised $1,200, which we thought was pretty good. Through the years, kept going. We were actually over to raise over $12,000 a year. So it's one of those things where it just keeps growing with success. And there's no difference. Our teams just keep building. You know, we're over 100+ teams per year. We're raising over $300,000 a year.
There seems to be no stopping it, you know, here in Lloydminster. It seems to be that this is the one event that everybody gears up for all winter. You know, everybody's getting ready for that big spring walk, and it's kind of the kickoff to the summer around here. Does it make you guys feel good to be able to be part of that year after year?
Well, it definitely does, because, you know, there's lots of committees, there's lots of non-profit organizations out there, and, you know, for some people you've got to pick. You've got to pick which ones you want to be part of, you want to be on the committee or volunteer for. So, you know, it does feel good that each year, year after year, this thing hasn't died down. There's still great support from businesses, from community and surrounding areas.
One of the nicer parts of the night, and one of the more moving and touching parts of the night, is the Survivor Walk. And Donna, you yourself are a survivor. But there's a little bit of a twist to this year's Survivor Walk. You guys are adding the caregiver pin. Do you want to maybe explain to us what that's going to be this year?
Yeah, well, the caregiver pin is not actually with the walk, but when the survivors come in to register, we really want to honor caregivers. And we started last year with a pin. And this year we're going to add the ribbon to the pin. We could also just have ribbons. You know, you wouldn't have to have a pin. So if you didn't want to purchase the pins, every caregiver gets one pin. But if you wanted just to honor more caregivers, you could just have the ribbon too. So when the walk is going on, and the whole evening, when you see someone wearing the red ribbon, you know that they are a caregiver. And it's got the fight back colors on the outside and the yellow behind for the survivor.
Being someone who is a survivor yourself, the caregiver is really important too, right?
Oh, very important. You know, we wouldn't make it without our caregivers. That's what keeps us going. The caregivers keep us going when we're going through cancer.
All the money that comes in all goes directly out. We were looking at some of the numbers earlier. It's 30% goes to supporting people who are living with cancer.
That's right.
Is it important to be able to support those who are working with, you know, a cancer survivor or someone who is suffering from cancer?
It's one of those things where once you have a family member or a close loved one that is affected by it, it's a roller coaster act. You know, from the first time that you're probably diagnosed,
Yep.
Donna, going through treatment, you know you're getting better, and all of a sudden, boom, you've hit a low. Well, it's those highs and lows that it's hard on the person that's affected by it, and obviously their family members. So, with the Canadian Cancer Society, they do have support groups. They do have, you know, stuff out there for those family members, because everyone knows that they've been through it one time or another. So, you know, those extra support to boost the morale of your family, you know, try to get over the lows, you know, and obviously conquer the good times. You know, obviously it's a terrible disease, and it picks anybody. It picks on small children. You know, you've got young adults, you've got teenagers, you've got elderly people. So it doesn't care. So with that, you know, you've got family support that, you know, some people need funding to be able to, you know, if you've got a young family, there's going to be some people that are going to have to stay at home where others go to treatment in the bigger centers. So you need that extra funding and support for those families.
Now, speaking of funding, we're a little bit of time away from the event now. This is usually when the fundraisers we start seeing kick off, and the Flush Away Cancer is back this year.
Yes.
Can you explain to me what the Flush Away Cancer is? Because when I saw that toilet last summer, or last spring, I laughed for an hour.
Yeah, you know, and that was something that, as a committee member, you try to bring to the forefront. It's a lighter side. You know, it's something, you're right, to laugh at. You know, obviously cancer is a serious, serious disease, But at least this way, it brings the awareness out in a fun-loving way that you bring a toilet into a business that flushes. There's got to be people that smile. Obviously, there's the initial shock of the poor receptionist when you bring this toilet in and say, it's here for the day. She's on the phone right away, wanting the boss, wanting the manager.
Are there any other unique fundraising opportunities coming up within the time span leading up to the event this year?
You know, this is our big one for a committee itself, is the Flush Away Cancer. But there's obviously other teams out there that are always looking for new ways to fundraise. And, you know, over the years, we've seen barbecues, we've seen pies in the face, you know, we've seen bottle drives. So all these teams, there's 100 out there. They need to come up with new ideas to try to promote it. And every time we hear of it, we want to make sure that they get the publicity they need to raise those funds.
Is there time still to register a team and take part in the event?
Yes.
And so what does someone need to know to be able to do that?
Just go on the website, www.cancer.ca/relay. It'll pick your, go through all the sites. You can obviously pick Lloydminster, and I believe Lloydminster is considered Saskatchewan.
Yes, yes, we're Saskatchewan unit.
So you just have to make sure you do that, and it'll just step you through. You got to pick a team captain and 9 other people. And with fundraising online and Facebook now, it's a lot easier to get those funds needed.
No, I know teams, when you see them out there, they get into it. You see teams all dressing up and stuff like that. You guys don't have a specific theme, but is that encouraged to get people out to make the event a little bit more fun, make the night and the walk a little bit more fun too?
Anytime you can get that kind of team camaraderie, you know, it's great to see. And over the years, we've seen lots of
and lots of the teams have a survivor that they're doing it for, and so that'll be based around that. Like sometimes the name is involved somehow, or Charlie's Angels is a team that we've had here since almost the beginning. I think the first year we did, Charlie walked as a survivor. He passed away before the next one. His family's had the Charlie's Angels team in ever since.
Well, we're almost out of time. If anybody's looking for more information, where can they go to find it?
Just cancer.ca /relay, or else you can just come down to the local office, cancer office, and they'll be more than happy to help you.
Right on, guys. Thank you so much for coming in, and I guess I'll see you at the relay.
Definitely.
We'll be right back with a look at an upcoming road project between Cold Lake and Bonnyville when we return on Around the Region.